I was a Division I All-American. Again, I wrestled some of the toughest guys at their prime. You know, college wrestling, Division I college wrestling in America is the highest level, you know, other than going to the Olympics and wrestling on the international level. But we're not wrestling anymore. You know, there's going to be a zone in front of me. It's not very big, and it's going to be a zone of death. And if, you know, I have to represent death every time he enters this zone. And that's what I'm the best at, you know, creating carnage, creating car crashes. So my only goal when I step in there is to create as many car crashes as possible. Whether it be our bodies hitting, our heads hitting, our fucking shoulders hitting, our fists, you know, my fist hitting his head, his fist hitting my head. It doesn't matter. I need to create car crashes because I need to, that's the only way to beat this guy. I'm obviously focusing on, you know, Ryan Deacon. I don't know if you know who Ryan Deacon is. He's #1 in the nation at 157. He was undefeated all year, didn't get taken down, wrestles for Northwestern. He's 23 years old, and he literally makes me feel like a little bitch every Wednesday. I can't tell you, you know, how demeaning it is to take the ass whooping that I take from these kids. One's 22 and one's like 20. One's 23, one's like 21. And but they're, you know, they're top 5 in the nation and in NCAA Division I wrestling. So I have them, you know, beat my ass every Wednesday. And outside of that, I'm working on what I work. My camp is not changing. Nothing will change. I've never not focused on wrestling. Yeah, I'm working on what I need to work on.
He's pretty basic. He's got basic striking and good jiu-jitsu. I got excellent striking, and I feel like I have really good jiu-jitsu. So I think he's going to try to put me up against the fence, do his little trips that he likes, and get on top and look for a submission. I don't think he's going to be able to put me up against the fence, and I think he's going to absorb a lot of shots trying to put me up against the fence, trying to take me down, and then I'll sneak that one in there. It's the one you don't see that gets you knocked out. So I have a lot of secret weapons that you're not going to see that'll put your lights out. So yeah, probably first round knockout, but like I said, Cheeto's tough. So I'm planning on being in there for 15 minutes. So I could see a second round knockout, a third round knockout. I do see myself putting his lights out. Kind of his choice how fast he wants to get knocked out, depending on how much he pushes the fight.
I respect Stipe and those guys, but you know, the fight was a good fight. But you got to remember, I won the vast majority of that fight, and he made an adjustment. He made an adjustment that won him the fight. But the reality is, you only get to make that adjustment one time. You only get to do that once. You don't get to that going to the body like that is not going to be available because you have to go fix that as a competitor, and that's what I did. So that adjustment was great, but you only get to do that once. You don't get to go in and get beat up for 15 minutes again and then make that same adjustment. That happens one time, and that won't be available because you go fix that, and that's what I've done. And when trying to fix that, I've seen some obvious opportunities for me also. When I think about this whole thing, you know, I came here as a wrestler who didn't get to compete in the Olympics because he didn't cut his weight right. So there wasn't much value in Daniel Cormier's name coming from wrestling mixed martial arts. But when I came to this sport, this whole new world, people embraced me, you know, as the portly guy that could fight and would just give it his all. And I appreciated every bit of that.